I'm Valerie Wilson. I'm curator of textiles at the Ulster Folk and Transport Museum, that's National Museums Northern Ireland, and we're here today in the Folk Gallery at the Folk Museum at Cultraw. The title of the exhibition is A Step in Time, because that's literally what we're trying to show. We're trying to show the timeline of Irish dancing. Most people think that Irish dancing came maybe from river dance, or they're more familiar with the contemporary style of Irish dancing. But there's about 100-year history that precedes river dance, and we wanted to show some of that timeline, to show the various changes and developments, and we've decided to do that through the costume, through the medals, and through the sort of imagery. The exhibition includes a lot from our own permanent collections and some very lovely loans from both big institutions like the National Museum of Ireland, from local museums, Newry and Moore and Ballymena museums, and also very importantly from individuals who were dancers or involved in Irish dancing in the past. And we've got costume on display, some cups and medals, some dance programmes, and the video footage is very important, obviously, to bring it all to life. When the Gaelic League was founded in the 1890s, they wanted to preserve and promote not just the Irish language, but everything to do with Irish culture, to try and differentiate it from that probably, in say England or Scotland and maybe other European countries. So they wanted to promote the wearing of only Irish cloth, like Irish tweed and linen. They wanted to promote Irish lace and Irish styles of embroidery. And those Irish styles of embroidery were drawn on imagery from books like the Book of Kells, which were, from maybe 1,000 years earlier. So we've reflected that in the exhibition because we've got a beautiful loan from the National Museum of Dublin, which shows early 1900s Celtic revival style of embroidery. And that in turn was the style of embroidery adopted for Irish dance costumes, because of course the Gaelic League promoted dance competitions and dance classes. So they wanted to sort of mesh all this lovely distinctive arts and crafts, embroidery, lace making, and the wearing of cloth, and that really all came together, if you like, in some of the early Irish dance costumes. Modern competition is I've been to see some of it, and I'm absolutely blown away by the sheer energy and athleticism and the skill of it. But there's obviously a lot of other, razzmatazz, if you like, associated with it. But we live in a sort of internet age, and it's all about visuals. So I can understand why the dancers want to catch the judge's eye right away with a really sort of eye-catching costume. But if you look closely at even the most contemporary costumes with maybe lots of diamante or very elaborate embroidery on, you'll still find here and there some of that Celtic interlaced patterns. I think it must be becoming, I think it is becoming even more popular, as say on the internet is obviously given all those dancers a great network for communication. I mean, they call their one of their networks Facebook, which I think is very good. And obviously they have, there are so many classes. I mean, I'm amazed. I just keep bumping into so many people now who are saying, do you know that my daughter dances? My mother used to be a dancer. I have come to the conclusion that there are very few people in this country who haven't had some involvement, and it's lovely that they're coming forward to talk to us. So yes, there's a huge network of dancers in Ireland, across Europe, and even in countries like Belarus, Australia, China. And if you go to World Championships, you'll find they're flying in from Australia, Japan, America, everywhere. So it's a truly international phenomenon now. It runs until 2016, so it's an almost 2-year run, which is lovely for the museum because we'll probably make some changes and updates, and we'll refresh the exhibition during that run with some new exhibits, because we've already been offered another significant donation. We could probably have filled the gallery twice over with what is in our collection. And we'll have a programme running alongside the exhibition where some of our own in-house staff will showcase their skills in storytelling and drama, in weaving cloth, in making lace, in embroidery. So we're trying to latch on to the feel of that sort of early 20th century arts and crafts feel, where we promote all our really, really good traditional crafts and skills.